Hi, greetings, salutations. This is hopefully a quick episode of In the Basement. I was scrambling today to find a video camera to make this video, so I ended up finding one, so here we go. And this is just a hypothesis of what I'm about to say, generalization, opinion, thought. I think women are doing too much man labor. What I mean by that is they're doing their work ethic is like of a man. Their work ethic, it's kind of cold down here. The work ethic is kind of like of a man. Now you may say, well, how's that? I don't really think so. I think so. And this is something I realized last week. I found a word for it pretty much. Or I kind of found the association of it or whatnot. When you have, I think, like I said, my thoughts. I think when you have women, let's say in America, or just, where women work a lot. When you have women work the same job for a long period of time, it batters them. Why? It limits their, I don't want to say creativity, but let's just say creativity. It limits their creativity. Meaning that their job is to pack boxes, stand behind a cash register. Yes, they're talking to people. Yes, they're smiling, they're flirting, whatever the case may be. They're, seeing new people, but when you think about it, it's the same type of job day in, day out, right? Now, some may say, well, that's not really a bad thing. How is that about? Because, and this is what gets me too sometimes, but how I don't want to say feminist, but how women will say, I want rights, I want freedoms, and what they mean to say, or what it kind of translates into, is that they want the freedoms of a man. Which is dumb because they're a woman. Because you've never heard men say, I want to be like a females. There's no masculine movement to want to swap positions with females. So it's that correlation alone you can pick up on and go, wow, that's true. Guys don't really try to hunger themselves and all this other stuff like females do with guys. We don't do that. We don't really do that. So that's just one example, right? But let me go into what I realized, like I said, it's dark, can't see my face, 2 days ago, was that I watched the video, and then what the person was talking about was pretty much a matriarchy, or what a matriarchy is, or how it could be established, or what it really is. Now, to me, I was like, wow, that makes sense. What I see today, I don't want to say with the feminist movement, but what I see today is the prostitute trying to be the pimp, but having a hard time, so back and forth juggles between being her own boss and then being the white man's boss, or being the government's the government or the white man is the boss, and she keeps bouncing back and forth. And the trick, he's like, hey, I'm confused. Like, how much? Is it $80 for a blowjob, or is it $50 for a blowjob? Which is it, bitch? So he's just, he's confused. Now correlate that to what we are as guys. We're the Johns and the tricks. At the same time, sometimes we're the pimps, the security. And then she's a prostitute, but then sometimes she's the boss. So it's like the woman comes home stressed, confused, not calm. I was more angry this morning, but like an hour ago, but I've kind of calmed down. But I've realized that. So women have to make up their mind if they want a patriarchy or a matriarchy. Patriarchy is man rule, matriarchy is woman rule. And I don't really have no problem with a matriarchy, to see how it goes, to see what it looks like or feels like, but it seems to me that the feminine movement, I would call that the matriarchy as an example. It's it's acting like a patriarchy. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what it's weird. It's a weird thing. I've read that the Age of Aquarius is rebellion, I forgot, anarchy, androgyny, meaning that the men look like women and the women look like men, like singularity type of thing. That's what's going on in the Age of Aquarius today. You look it up if you want. So I'll just really heavily notice that, because it's good. Because you notice how it's this cycle, like this cycle of symptoms. I've noticed that it's the anger. I mean, I know it has something to do with their menstrual cycle also, but I'm just trying to say that when you combine that with the way they work and the way they live, you have them stressing out, they're angry, they're calamity, drama, running up and down, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. They don't mind doing that. But what it is if it wasn't so like reputational deterioration, if it wasn't like to that degree, they would relax more. Oh, we gotta weave baskets today to carry the fruit so the men could gather, and oh, we need to do this, we need to make diapers for the baby. When you're doing different things that help build, fine. I can tell women would love that. Or anybody would love that. But when you have women doing the same thing over and over, paying that bill, going here, doing that, by themselves too. Now, a while back, I made videos speaking on polygamy, which is men with multiple women, I think, and polygyny, which is woman with multiple men. When I think about it now, that's such a great power move. I mean, it may be taboo to some people, that's to me, but it's a great power move. Meaning that if I would say this, I don't to be around. I don't know which one I would go with. Probably both, probably neither, whatever. But if I was to be the main guy and have 4 women and they're cooperating, it's gonna go lovely. You know what I'm trying to say? A team of cooperative, same-sex gender, they're gonna build faster than the duo, the couple. So I can say, hey, wife A, what's going on with the finances? Wife B, what's going on with the food? Wife C, the name wouldn't be the letter. I'm just using this example. What do you want to do? And okay, what's going on here? What's going on there? I'm doing my thing. That's cooperation. That's in a way a small village, and that's what I like. I love that idea. That's to me the most that's naturally what we should do. We do it now, but with the city and the people can go in and out of your neighborhood, it's not really the same. So, that's to me, you gotta pick one. It's patriarchy. Oh, is it a matriarchy? I don't want a matriarchy rule, but it's disguised or it's being pimped by patriarchy. You have women in politics. Yeah, 5, 6 of them, 10 of them, 20 of them, whatever. But the men can still be biased and say, shut up. So I think that would cause a huge rift if women just went their own way in this country and say, you know what? No, we're going to just do this, be respectful, be clean, not watch Scandal, all these things. But guess what? You got, that's what I'm trying to say. The women have been attacked. And I've said this before. The women have been attacked and they don't even know it. And that's what's kooky and crazy about it. They don't even know what's going on. They're thinking that they're not in charge, but they're making the most money. They're spending the most money. And they don't even see that. We talk about African American, Moorish American, black females in America. In the not even just alone, but just I'm about to say hair hat, the weave industry, the hair, the salon, the beauty supply industry. They're not even think about it. It's not even like it's. Don't forget, they're trying to kill us. They, whoever you want to call it, probably not trying to kill us. Probably just deter us, slow us down, distract us, confuse us. But they don't like us to some extent, you could say. So guess what? Cigarettes are meant to kill you. Soda is meant to kill you. Fast food is meant to kill you. Of course, in an overdose of whatever it is, it'll kill you, but in moderation, probably it won't. But still, the harmful effects it has on your body. So think about this. All the cream, the pomade. You go into these beauty supply stores, almost all of these products have pomade in it. So If that's the main base, really, what the fuck you put in your hair? Grease, oil. Not even natural. You know, this is the dumb shit that comes to my head anytime I try to talk about some topics. Is that it's not even disputable. I shouldn't even be talking about it, but I just do because, you know, probably I come across something new. But then, like I said, you have them doing things they don't know that's hurting them, or sometimes they do know, but I want to look good. So they're paying. Look, this is the pimp. This is the pimp. Hold on. This is the pimp. They're investing into their money. Put it like this: for every dollar they get, they spend $3 to maintain that $1 they get. With guys, I'm not saying that's right. Survival is key, or survival is the top priority in a man's head. Probably it is, probably it isn't. But we don't go, you know what? I need some nail polish today. You know what? I'm not trying to say, I mean, because I live with my mom, but it's a toolbox would be helpful. Women don't worry about toolboxes. As much as it's like, oh, that's biased, that's racist, that's sexist, blah, blah. Think about it. Why would they need a toolbox? Just like how I would ask myself, why would I need lipstick, makeup, mascara, pads, I don't think about those things. And most of those things women get, they don't even need themselves, but they fucking told they need it because it's on TV, it's on the radio, it's on a fucking bus. Oh, women need this. Oh, really? Women used to be in a tribal circle to trust each other. They built, that's why I thought about this last night. Into the morning, or this morning, I was like a team of just 10 women. I think they have a movie coming out. It's a comedy, but just to show you, if you have 10 women on they shit, not playing around, not doing the goo goo gaga female things, and I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, and I feel constructively said, okay, this is what we're gonna do on Mondays through Thursdays. You take care of the kids. Then the weekends we got them, and then you bring the money home, then you build a garden, and then you build this and you build that, and we know make it, you know, and then on top of that, there's not just, it's not like 10 single ladies, it's men there too. But at the same time, this is what it is. Power corrupts. And that's why I'm like looking at this, because patriarchy, I feel, is a temporary programming, a temporary paradigm, meaning that if the matriarchy ever falls, the matriarchy ever fucks up, the men can step up and say, okay, patriarchy for 100, 200 years, or 50 years, or whatever. And then a woman comes back and go, okay, I'm renewed, I'm the cycle of the moon and the sun, you know, I'm back together, let me rule. Okay, fine. But when it's, I don't know what happened, but it seems that, look at patriarchy. I mean, as much as there's this thing that says if women ruled the world, there'd be no war. I think that kind of is true when I think about it. This is what patriarchy is. Now, I think there's a noble version of everything, and then there's a perverted or corrupted version of everything. And probably this is a corrupted version of patriarchy, or probably this is the noble version of patriarchy, where it's like, hit them before they hit you back. So war every fucking day, and riots and shit, and spending money to fight other people, then making your own people poor, and then they go, I can't fight no more because we're poor. Alright. You know, so it's like this confusing patriarchal fucking paradigm versus a matriarchy where it's just, why fight? Moderate, but don't kill each other like that. The earth does that. Asteroids do that. Natural disasters do that. So there's no need to take the plate. No, there's no need to be a god in an infinite God paradigm. It just, you know, I don't know. But going back to the pimp thing, is that woman would spend $3 to the one they take in to maintain their job. You're spending more money than you're taking in, or not even like spending more money than you're taking in, but you're spending money to make yourself feel good about the stressful patriarchy rule you live under, but yet be told that women run the world. Who runs the world? Girls, Beyonce, all this type of shit. They're being told that women are being told that they're in charge. They have the power, but they don't see it. So therefore, they take it out on men. My men are dogs, you dumbasses, and they keep getting stressed. They get angry. Then they get happy. Then they get horny. Then it's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So women themselves have been thoroughly more confused than the guy. I really believe that. I'm looking at it like I think they've been more baffled than the guy. I don't really think that the guy's been more. No. Because think about it like this. You switch men and women for right now, just for like half a year. Spending would change. As much as like you got immature guys out there, dumbass men who's spending on, bullshit. But if you have the right men say, you know what? Solar panels, wind turbine, alright, cabin, alright, gardening, and we could go, okay, survival. But then again, you wouldn't have to really fight that much, because guess what? It would be on the matriarch. So what I'm trying to say is that the roles of men have been switched, just like the Age of Aquarius thing I mentioned, where it's like the male is looking like the fashion shows, the males wearing dress/hoodies and shit, and the females are looking like biker dudes with mustaches almost, and sunglasses and shit. So you have that switch. So what I'm saying is actually matriarchal type of wisdom, where it's like, why the fuck are we stressing ourselves out? Why are we angering ourselves? Why are we pushing ourselves to do 9 to 5 and all this crazy stuff that kind of hurts you, breaks you down, and you don't even spend the money correctly, or you don't know what to do with it? You know what I'm trying to say? You live a robotic life. You're gonna take in robotic food, take in robotic water, you're not gonna take in the real natural stuff. So to you, a bacon, egg, and cheese, or whatever the case may be, a sloppy sandwich, let's put it like that, a sloppy sandwich with an unnutritional drink is good enough to get you through 2 more hours of shitty work, versus just an apple, probably 2 bananas, a little bit of grapes, and some peanuts, and you're good to go. But no, I'm working 10 stories up, and it's Manhattan, it's busy. Guess what? The environment we work in, the environment that women are put in to work, very stressful, on purpose, not by accident, on purpose. On purpose. I watched this documentary on PBS, or not PBS, but it's from PBS. It's called Lights Out, something like that. But it's about this. It's a documentary about light pollution from, let's say, late night city life. Let's put it like that. You got street lights, you got neon lights, you got light bulbs, you got LED lights in your fridge, your TV, computer. So, like I said before in my other video with Hurricane Sandy, when the lights completely went out, only your iPod, if you had any energy left, your iPod, your PSP, your laptop, whatever, those were like your only artificial light sources left. You take that away, it's pitch black. Now, guess what? Animals, everybody on this planet, natural clock. Everyone has a natural clock, depending on if they're nocturnal or the other one. You just wake up in the morning. Or they're awake during the day. The light pollution was bad for the females' breasts or something like that. I picked up on that. So the light pollution from the nightlife is bad for us, bad for everybody, even bad for animals. They did this one study, and he showed it too, where it's like they seen what happens when little turtles, some type of turtles, or turtles, right? Wait, what's the other ones? Turtles and but just turtles, right? Some type of turtle that would go towards the light instead of the moon reflecting on the water. So the babies, baby turtles. Baby turtles would be born, and they would come out the shell in the sand, and they would go towards the distant city in Florida or whatever it was that had all the street lights on. So they would go out there, right? They would go out there, and they think, okay, I'm only going to survive. But if they didn't make it to the beach, if they didn't make it to the water where the moon was reflecting off of it, they would have died. So the thing about it is, most of the turtles always go towards the city light, and then they die off rather than going into the moon. So the way we live in itself affects everything. And for women to be distractedly and bombarded, confused by fucking VH1, MTV, all this fucking dumb shit, and say, I'm a woman, I'm strong, I'm independent, you're killing yourself. You don't even know it. But guess what? The natural way to a woman is called traditional, and she thinks, fuck that, I'm going to be a modern man, so to speak, but they're not saying that, and then they become stressful. So if you can't handle trying to be a man, don't be a man, be a woman. But they don't see it like that, because they see it as it's fun to talk about this shit, and then practically fart or take a shit right during the conversation in your face and go, well, that's what it is, I'm gonna walk away. And it's just like, it's this pompous, jerky attitude, and guess what? They're trying to replicate a man. That's what I think. I may be wrong, I may be 100% right, whatever. But I really have come to glue that together and go, wow, women are fucking assholes and they're dickheads right now, because most of them don't know what it is that they're doing to themselves and don't know how to, like, diagnose it and then fix it. You just go, oh, you know, it's life, so I'm just gonna keep, I mean, you gotta eat, we gotta eat, I understand that, but when you don't put your money towards building yourself, but building your job, guess what? Women make good taxpayers, not men. Because we'll buy something like a toolbox. Why not buy a toolbox versus a toolbox that costs $100, $150, $200, then pay a plumber $500, $600, like every 2 months or some shit. Like, how much money? I'm trying to say, like, they'll gladly spend the money versus saving the money. Because guess what? They're going to spend it anyway. But if you as a guy spend it, you're irresponsible, because men should be more responsible. So it's like this double speak, double standard of bullshit that they don't even see themselves, and they feel good about it because one week they're Mary Poppins or some shit, and then next week they're fucking She-Hulk. This became a rant. I know. I like it. It's a good rant. I know it's a good rant. So fuck that. I've seen that today, man. It's just like what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, man? I don't get that. I don't get that shit. You're being pimped, and you're pimping yourself, and then complaining about the pimp pimping you, but you're pimping yourself. Like, what? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense right there, you know? It doesn't make any sense to do that. So, it's just, like I said, it's like I said in my last video, it's just laughable. All I can do is really laugh at this shit, because if I'm even going to look for a girlfriend per se, right, she can't be what I just described, because if she is, I'm like, not hit her or some shit, but like yell at her and say, yo, you're a dumbass, shut up. I'm going to get my brother on you. Why? Because I'm telling you the truth? So it's like women have the right to be an emotional person and also ignorant. I watched Patrice O'Neal, Black Phillip show, or just listen to his clips, and one of his clips was women don't want to win, or women want a winner, let's put it like that. And the video describes how woman, it's him going, it's like him, his other dude, and another dude versus like 2 or 3 chicks in the room talking about how they don't want to win. And it's just like I just described. Women do not want to be on the front lines fighting. As much as I've read a clip or seen a news article like a year ago saying that in the army, women can now be on the front line. Some bullshit, but something about women in the military can now be on the front line in America. And it's just like, women do not want to be men. And he wasn't saying it out of like, he doesn't want women to be men. He's just saying naturally you do not become men because you are women. That's what he was saying, and the women were not getting that. They were like, oh my God, no, I want to win. I want to be in the... And he don't want that. See what I'm trying to say? It's like they've used natural things that we desire or need as human beings against us. So now it seems as if to even want that natural thing, it's like repugnant. Like, oh, why would you want to be natural? Why would you want to do natural things and eat natural food? You're stupid. You should be eating artificial stupid shit. Like, and it's like, that's the trickery. And to me, I look at it like, that's the fucking lame ass, simple ass, like magic trick to me. That's just simple as it is. You should be natural, but it's made fun of, so people go along with it and go, yeah, that's being dumb. Being natural is being dumb. So it's kind of like, being what you should be is the dumbest thing you can do now, so you should just be something fake. But when you're something fake, they call you out on it, throw subs on Facebook, all this subliminal bullshit. It's a party, man. It's a party. The ship's going down. And this is PG-28 with another episode of In the Basement. Peace.